You're on it. Oh, I think you might have gotten it. If you go further in. Nope. Dang. Wow.
Dirk, what are you doing to us, buddy?
What a donut.
Okay, Gab, put away your honey cruller and let's get back to work.
Is there, here's a question.
I am listening.
I think this is actually quite a long bungee relative to the other shorty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we hook it around that same other leg?
What does that get
In
us?
the picture, it shows that you can. It just keeps it down. It keeps this end down from flopping up, right? It just kind of sits, it will sit over top of the
Yeah.
instrument.
Yeah, we never found the other leg, though.
We
No,
only
but you
found the
could-
cross.
We,
On the
yeah.
cross.
Yeah.
So if that rolls during recovery, then both bungees fly off and then it's not attached anymore.
All right.
Right, so
Okay.
we don't want to put it on the cross, but if we could find the other stabby.
Yeah.
It's just this
And-
one is so long. It's like if you look,
Yeah.
I think this is the very long one.
Yeah.
But what does this position look like from here if you were to aim across? Like,
I can show you.
yeah, maybe.
You
let's
want me to
just-
try for the reach? Like it's
Because your angle might look better from this side. Does that
my
make sense?
angle might look better. You mean it would lay more across the instrument?
Yeah. No. Well, so the disc, the angle of the disc relative to where we wanted to put it
Mm-hmm.
was very steep or very shallow.
Yeah.
But if you bring this one across, your
Yeah.
angle might actually be
Oh,
a lot
I
better,
see.
and you can adjust the angle with like a wrist roll
So
or
the
something.
problem I think then we're up against. I like that because this when we put this one on this side, it barely covers the end of the instrument,
Yeah.
which is why it's not on there now.
Yeah.
I like the idea of doing the diagonal, but we still can't find. We still don't know where the stab is.
What would happen if you... Yeah, and it's not super secure the way it is. Okay,
Yeah.
give me 1 second. I'm just looking at this again.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure, yeah, go for it. Pardon? Okay.
That's the side seat, but it's labeled dirt, and that's dirt.
Oh. Oops, I'll take that label.
So, Dirk, what do you think? What's the next move here? I can try a few more. Like we were able to get it this way, but it didn't hold much of the.
No, I think it's kind of like
instrument.
looking at how long it is. It's quite long. I think
Yeah.
Did you find that it had almost no bungee?
It had
power?
plenty of bungee power at the
Okay.
time, but it just didn't. The angle wasn't good for covering a lot of the instrument. I don't
Okay.
actually know until I try it. I won't know whether we have enough stretch. But
All right.
do you want me to try it,
I don't know.
or I
Maybe?
can keep trying this
Let's-
see if I can get the stab?
I don't know if this stab's gonna get us where we want to go.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be too loose.
Okay.
But also you've seen it in action. It was
It was tight enough. It just the instrument has to be scooted down far enough for it to hold.
yeah.
Scooted to the right enough.
Okay. All right. We can let's try it.
Okay.
Get this stab on.
We're here. It's totally blind to do.
Yeah.
I don't even know what this thing looks like anymore.
Like.
And good afternoon for anybody who's just joined us. Monica has replaced Yuko, or I should say subbed in for Yuko. There's no replacing her. And for those wondering what we're doing, we are spending a lot of time with a platform that is deep in very, very soft mud. This is an autonomous mooring, so it's been doing its job on the seafloor and apparently sinking into the seafloor at the same time. And so we are attempting to figure out how we're going to work with it, recover it, and hopefully get it back on the ship. But seeing as it's stuck in some very, very soft sediments, our lovely ROV pilots are essentially working blind, trying to figure out
Oh,
where
so
things
there
are going
you're
to go.
on it there, eh?
This structure is an autonomous seismometer. Is that right, Dick? It's a seismometer?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what are the rings attached to?
What? The rings, they're attached to bungee cord. So part of this is it's kind of a two-step. So the big frame that you're seeing is just a battery pack and a data logger.
Mm-hmm.
And that allows this instrument to record for the year autonomously while, because the station is kind of down or the other seismometer is not working.
Right.
Can you
Now,
put a little horizontal on?
when you land this on the seafloor, you remove the seismometer and go put it on its own kind of location.
Towards
What we're
or
doing now
away
is we're
from?
preparing it for recovery, where we
Okay.
take the instrument, we've placed it in the mud in front of us here and kind of
Just to
like
get, we had
two
some luck with
forks
that
sticking out from the
before,
platform,
because this is
and
just sitting there.
we're just trying to
Roger.
secure it so
Just the
on the way
tiniest
up it
bit,
doesn't
like
fall off
yeah, you're
and
spinning.
hang only dangle by the
Perfect.
cable.
I see. And why do it above the surface when you can do it in really, really soft mud, right?
Yeah, it's kind of a, it's, I
So-
guess, yeah.
Team building exercise?
Yeah, it's just testing patience of ROV pilots, it seems.
I see.
You've
Oh,
reached
sorry,
my
that
limit.
heavy. I did that heavy sigh into the.
You know what? I feel it really added to the moment. I appreciated it, actually.
It's all in good fun. This is the best. This is very fun.
This is so much better than untangling umbilicals and stuff like that.
This is
Attacking
this is fun.
umbilicals? Yes.
Yeah, but untangling that knot was pretty cool
That was
too.
pretty fun, yeah.
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 We like to heavy sigh and be dramatic, but like, you know, this is what we like doing.
You need like a groan. That would really do it. I wanted to, but my voice didn't catch. So it was like on the wrong side. I was like,
Yeah, you're trying to groan and instead you're moaning. It's like, okay,
yeah,
he's
it was
enjoying
like,
this a little
okay,
too
maybe
much.
that's not yeah, that was a mistake.
It was a good effort.
Yeah.
We all understand.
Yeah, I shouldn't said so much for it.
Yep.
Larynx
All
is
right,
all stretched out.
Yeah, down in front.
Okay.
Let's get the Orion out there and flap it away.
I mean, I have thought about like just trying to like scrape some of the muck away with the arm.
Make a mess, commit to the mess, and then
Yeah, and then because
yeah.
like it made a huge difference to be able to see, like, or just like.
Oh.
I know,
just,
novelty.
you say offhandedly, like, yeah.
But I mean, like, or just like probe around and try and
Yeah.
get a feel for where in my camera view the spike actually is.
Yeah, right.
Would that be crazy? Like, I know you don't like to stick the jaws into the mud, but like,
What do you do?
like
This
I
is a
can't
mud
see
jaw.
anything.
Yeah, what else do you do?
Gabby, will you get haptic feedback on that?
No, but I get a lot of visual feedback. I
I see.
don't need the haptic feedback to know when I've hit stuff.
Fair enough. I guess I could also use my eyes to see how visually it's
Yeah,
visually
I
hit
mean,
something.
sometimes you get some very small sort of responses that you can see, and you know you've hit something.
And the other thing, the difference with the arm operator versus the bystanders is the arm operator has commanded a movement and not seen the output. Whereas we're just watching and see the arm stop and maybe she stopped it. But if you tell it to do something and it doesn't move, that means you hit something. So there is, it's not haptic feedback, but there is visual feedback that a non-operator will not get. You know what I mean?
Yes, very much understand.
Thank you for clarifying that, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And for anybody who's wondering, why don't we just grab it and pull it out of the mud? Well, it's a mere 750 pounds in water, nearly 1,000 pounds out of water, and you know, he's skipped leg day, so we're not going to do that.
Doesn't even have legs.
Yeah, there you go. That's why he skipped leg day. No
that's
point.
the problem.
Yeah,
Skipped leg assignment day.
exactly. You know, so he doesn't, and you know what they say, lift with your knees. So no legs, no lifting with the knees, can't hurt Herc. We're not
Yeah.
going to do that.
I'm in the right place. But
Are
I
you
think,
scooping? You playing in the mud?
yeah.
Okay.
I can see about as much no matter how long I wait, so. And that's the stab right there.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. There is some visual feedback. It moved the vehicle.
Yeah.
For those watching at home, looking for how they can understand what's going on.
Now, of course, the question is, why aren't we using the suction sampler? But I'm betting because, you know what, it's sleeping. Is that correct?
The suction sampler was removed in a previous dive. to
I've
make
got it.
room.
You got it?
I
Oh,
think
yeah,
so.
You're burying the
Ooh.
porch. Yeah, you're pulling up on something.
Yeah.
And why use the suction sampler when we've got Gabby who can just do it by Jedi Force alone?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's find out. Monkey's fist is in a good spot.
Can you, when you have time, just tug on that monkey's fist just
Yeah.
to see?
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Because I just don't know how much bungee there is, right?
And I might need to flip the bungee on top of the
On top of the
instrument.
Yeah. Just pull that fist until the pipe breaks, and then you should be good.
Oh.
No.
No, I think you're on it. I'm seeing some visual feedback. No?
No.
Or no, you're
No.
not. Oh, dang.
I
Oh, that
really
felt
thought
The visual
I was.
feedback was seeing the ring out of the mud, I guess.
Yeah. Rats.
Um,
Huh.
I saw what you saw, totally.
Yeah, that was really strange that I had it and it
I'm
maybe
just
it slipped
wondering
off.
what could this possibly be on? Can we have a look at the other side again? I know where it's kind of
Yeah.
squirrel,
Yeah, I'll
but
tip pan left. Let me know when you're ready, Gab.
Let me just ditch this here.
Okay.
just don't.
Let
There's
this
just not a
area
lot of
clear up.
springage there.
Okay, I'm gonna pan left. And Dirk, would you like a zoom in on this?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
please.
go ahead, video. Oh, we're doing a video
Oh, we
swap.
lost
Bad
video.
timing. We will zoom in moments.
Maybe we can take this quick moment. So yeah, just touching on the fact that we are doing a few folks swapping out. And Dirk, what's the plan for the rest of today?
Oh, so
No,
like
I'm
you
thinking
can
about
see
like
we're kind of just in the process of securing an instrument, but that instrument is actually now sunk.
Yep.
Below the mud line.
Yep.
Then we'll recover this thing. We'll send another wire down from the ship, so there'll be 2 wires hanging down. There'll be a hook on the end of that wire. We're gonna use the ROV to hook into the top of this platform. Use our winch to suck this platform up out of the mud to the surface.
Mm-hmm.
Recover it. Then we'll recover the ROV.
I see.
After that, we're gonna go get out of the mud and go to main endeavor field, where we'll be back at the hydrothermal vents. We'll be doing gas light samplers, installing new cameras, installing some more instrumentation actually inside the vents. Yeah, and that'll be tonight, kind of overnight, going into tomorrow. And our first thing tomorrow would be we'll recover a sediment trap to the surface. So the ROV will go pull a pin that releases a big funnel that's about 3 feet by 6 feet, and it collects sediment samples throughout the year. And it's an autonomous instrument, but we'll get it at the surface, pull it on board. So that's
Great.
kind of your next 24 hours outlook.
Very good, thank you.
Dirk,
Yep.
is there a way we can stow this piece of equipment elsewhere on the platform, say up on top?
No, I don't think so. I think you'll have a hard time, even just a person trying to do that.
Why is that?
Because we don't have a cinch trap,
Okay.
and the other part of it is there's nowhere where it would fit.
It doesn't fit underneath the crossbar there?
No, that
Okay.
crossbar space is very small. It's like, I mean, technically it would if you had 2 people and you're like maneuvering it, but I don't think the RV is going to be able to do it. I think we're close, and I'm wondering, I think maybe this guy here is sitting on top of the actual
Of the stab?
Yes.
Or at least near it. So I was thinking, like, if we're going to go back down that road, I'd like to probe around and locate the stab first.
Oh, okay.
Because it's hard to tell, like, you're giving me instructions which are really good in 3 space, but I also need to know where it is
Yep.
in the like geometry of
And
the
what you're
image,
seeing, yeah.
which is very different.
So to build on that, can we, like, if you were to take your manip, leave everything here as is, and but see if there's anything solid underneath it here.
Okay.
And if it is, then I think we should take that other bungee, stretch it across, and flick it onto that stab, and that will hold it down. This is kind of holding it in
using the
position.
same technique we used before.
Yes. Yeah, I think that'll
Okay.
be the way to go.
Okay.
If we can confirm that that's in fact there. Because if you push down there, there's nothing there. So if you hit something, that's the little forklift deal. Fork.
Yeah.
I can see you've got a number of Sea Stars who come in to help.
Oh, the bristle star?
Yeah, there's 2 of them.
Oh, we don't have that kind of time.
Hey, they're pretty speedy when they want to be.
Yeah, and we're taking all kinds of time.
Yeah.
This is a good idea. I like this. And we know already that,
It's going to stir up a lot of mud is the sort of hard part about this.
yeah, I think it's like going to be like 3 inches
where
below
did
the
he
mud
go?
you're seeing there.
I saw Trevor for like a second and
behind
then
you.
he evaporated. Oh, there he is. I can do either. I'm having a good time, but you haven't had a stab at this yet? Okay. Okay. Sounds great. There is something right there.
Which side are you of it? Yeah, they're there. Okay.
That's it. I'm pointing right at it.
So
So it is closer to the center of the, well, it's
But
kind of right. I'm
only
looking in the
just.
180
I think maybe
clamp
the
and it's
spike
like,
is right there.
yeah,
Because on the 180, you have that forearm, that last little bit's actually sticking further, right, than that knuckle
Yeah.
that you can see. I think, okay, if we can scoop that with the other white ring, this thing is fairly secure. Because that will keep it down, right? And then this one keeps it kind of locked in place in like the slide way.
Okay, it's going to be another test to make sure that this one's actually long enough because we don't know that yet.
In the image, it is, and I think this one sure looks longer.
So if we're going to do, so the same technique may not work as well here just because we don't, like the other one required actually pulling below the thing we wanted to hook, right? You catch it at the top and you pull down, right?
Yeah.
We could try, like because we don't really have it exposed very well, I kind of think I need to scoop with the circle. I'm going to try the grabbing the bungee side.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I like that. And try and get it on those, on the flats from like, you know, like on the rim. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I was going to try and grab, remember how I grabbed the bungee before and wanted to see how well that worked?
Okay.
Grabbed the rim normally, but also the bungee.
Okay, sure.
Because that keeps the bungee from running my life.
Yeah, I guess. Okay.
Kind of a miss there.
And it will smear, no? If you were to push that down and you catch the end.
It is.
We're just pulling the vehicle
Yeah, it
sideways
is
right now.
not long enough. It's not long enough, Dirk. Did you see that? Like it just pulls the vehicle if I try and go to the side.
Yeah, how much force do you think that is that it's pulling on the vehicle sideways? Is that something we could use the other one to grab?
If you go down and closer, you might
Yeah,
get a little more.
let me see.
Stretch out a little bit.
And we don't,
Yeah,
can we
no.
try
So
grabbing
can't
the frame?
hold.
Nope, we're not even going to be able to
Yeah,
get
it's
there.
not even close.
Okay.
We kind of
Unfortunately.
tried this at the very, very beginning.
All right.
Realized that the bungees were trapped or
Okay.
re-rigged or something.
I mean, I can keep trying
No, if you
on
don't.
on the right-hand side.
Oh, yeah.
I just need to probe around and find the stab.
Sure, okay.
I mean, I could hold down harder, but that's about, I don't have a, we're already really pushing down 75% into
Yeah.
or I can try and fight it with the vehicle, but I'm going to stir up a big mess.
We've dug out quite an amount here.
think it's going to be slightly to your right still.
Okay. Oh, hey.
Looks like something.
Yeah.
Looks like in the right spot. Oh yeah, you got it.
No.
No? Dang,
Do you have a lot of goo, though?
you got something.
So just to get caught up, there's a sensor buried in the sediment. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, and we're just trying to re-secure it to that platform.
Yeah, and it's got these two little, platform has these two little lander forks, and it's sitting on there, we know that much.
Okay.
So I'm caught now.
Okay.
The question is, will I stay caught when I let go?
Hopefully. Nice, I think that's it. You gotta pull up, I guess.
Can you come a little wider on the Zeus, please?
Yeah.
Keep coming wider, wider, wider.
Are you all a little wider on the Zeus?
Video?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go, that's good.
Thank you.
Looks like we've kind of dislodged our other one a little bit. Might have to just flick it over that edge. Oof. Looks like you got it.
It's on there though. Sweet.
But we might have to push this one down again.
Yeah, let's get a test on this, because I've thought that once before.
It's on something, anyway.
No, that's good.
Yeah, don't pull it
That's
off.
good, that's good.
Okay, you're okay with that?
Happy with that, yeah, and it's definitely capturing that top edge, so I'm not worried about trying to move the bungee, that's okay. But here we just got to zoom in and figure this piece out a little bit.
For those who'd like to recreate this challenge at home, just...
It's still around the cross. I can probably nudge it a little further on.
Yeah, can we zoom in on that just to be sure exactly the level of nudging? Seems like we need to push it over the edge a little more.
Okay, I can give that a go. I see what you see, I believe.
Now, do we do the rope again?
I was going to try and just nudge the plastic, but also it's, yeah, I don't know. I'm game for whatever you suggest.
Because this bolt's going to stick straight through. I don't know if you'll be able to, yeah, however you want to do it. I think if you grab the plastic will probably be less risky.
I wasn't going to grab it, I don't think.
And is this just sliced PVC?
Yep.
Cool. And if you'd like to try this at home, you can try tying a knot in a bucket of cornstarch.
Really. Yeah, there's not much of a lip there. We might have to take the rope and pull it down.
Okay, take the rope, and you want to, which way do you want me to pull it?
Hold on 1 second.
I think if you grab the top ring kind of and then bring it down and rotate it.
So you stand it up and then try and rotate it and push
It's
it
not
down and under.
pulling. So the funny thing is after all that tension, it's not tight enough to pull it into the sediment. So like
Well,
I
because we've
pushed it.
stretched the bungee, like there's probably
Yeah.
no bungee left.
Yeah.
It's just a
So
line.
I pushed it straight back into the sediment, but I wasn't getting any. I wasn't getting any give there. So I don't know if, and it looks to me like the bungee is not tight anymore there.
Pointy stick.
Oh.
Yeah. Is Dirk? Is there an edge under here?
So what, that's the top part, you see it nut?
And there's a spike, right?
Yeah, but it's only this far. So I think if we grab the
Here?
rope,
Oh, the rope.
it will and just kind of down in that way, like that direction.
Oh, like grab it here and go like
Down
away.
and
Yeah.
So here, guys use stick. So if we grab it there, we kind of go in down this direction. That makes sense. So then it's going to catch and wrap around it.
Yeah. I have some doubts that I think that the actual bottom isn't coming at us. Like I think that there's not a lot of space to work in there, but I think you know what I mean. Like I can't.
I think there's a little piece there, yeah, but I think we should try it.
Okay, try it again.
Because I don't think this helps much.
It's not doing any. I don't think that ring's doing much right now.
I just want to see, as we play with it, I want to see if that bungee kind of shoots or slips or...
Okay. You can stay here if you want.
I'll let you call the zoom, whatever you need, Gabby.
Okay, this is going to be totally like hidden behind the jaws anyways.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Pretty good shot on the lower cam. Yeah, that bungee's not bungeeing anymore.
No, it's bungeeing. I think it's just pulling down.
Pardon me.
Yeah, I think you're better off grabbing the ring because then you can see what you're doing. You have better control.
Yeah.
The rope is always like so noodly.
I'm just surprised that the bungee's not bungeeing since it was such a struggle to get it even here.
Well, I think we overstretched it, very likely. Pulling on it super hard to get anything. There was like, when we first started, it was like 4 inches from the grating as far as I could pull it. It was like really stuck on something. Ooh, nice. Oh yeah, did that go?
Bungeeing a little bit. I think it's just slid back up, but it does bungee at least.
Let's wait for Viz there. That was a nice pokey.
I just think it's caught somewhere, that bungee on the ring. I think it's it is pulling from a weird spot, I'll give you that.
I liked where I was. I think I can do what you want from there. Yeah, I'll give it another go.
And Dirk, the hope was to wrap that white ring around a peg that's sticking out,
Yeah, it's
sort
like
of parallel?
end of a bolt, yeah, like a little leg.
And is that bolt on the device?
Yeah, yes.
I see.
What we're seeing there is the device. It's just completely buried.
I see. And that happened kind of real time with us dropping off the instrument?
I think you're like totally encapsulating the bolt.
What's that?
I think you're like, if this is the bolt, it's perfectly in between the ring. I think you're.
Yeah, I think so too. I needs another nudge.
Yeah.
Is there any risk that when we go to pull this platform up, it'll create a vacuum with the mud?
Yes.
I see.
It will. So what happens is you just got to move really slowly. And the nice thing is the sea is very calm right now. So a lot of that kind of like suction will kind of be taken up by a little bit of the stretch in your wire and a little bit of the drag in the wire as it moves through. So the idea is you just put a little bit of constant tension on it, not yanking it up. And that kind of lets water percolate into the back suctiony areas. And then once the suction's free, there we go.
Yes.
That's it.
Nice. Nice one.
Awesome. Okay, I think we're secure here in terms of this instrument.
And when we go to pull the platform up,
I'm halted.
do we recover Herc first or the platform first?
If we go wide video, I can get out of here.
Okay, do we still need to identify a place to drop the hook?
Yes, I don't think we've done that yet. So
Okay.
the ROV needs to kind of think on what makes everything happy for them, or nav.
Okay, and I know deck wants a bit of a warning too before they need to be out and ready, so
Yeah, I think
maybe
we could do that, I think.
Go ahead and give
Because
them.
they wanted 10 minutes or something, 10, 15
Yeah.
minutes. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we could do that. And we'll
Okay.
think about what we want to do. Doesn't seem like there's a heck of a lot of current here.
Good work on that.
How are we going to keep
Yeah, you gotta
Herc
learn how to
clean
relax,
when we pull up the platform?
but do it at the same time.
Well, because it's just for Herc to get up and back up to the surface, it will be probably a couple hours of it rinsing through the salt water, like through the column.
Yeah, so
And
it should be okay.
For the most part, because there's always kind of some kind of swell or wave, there'll be a time when he's at the interface, which is between the air and the water, and it'll just hang out. And waves will come over and just slosh and drain over top of them, and it just kind of sucks them free. It's very rare that there's like tons of mud at this coming up.
And we're not worried about that as a risk.
No, I don't know. I'm not. Josh might be.
Fair. I'll go middle of the road. I'll be like, oh, maybe it'll be real dirty.
So because it's so mucky here, I'm kind of thinking a mid-water grab of the hook is probably best choice. In an ideal world with the 180 cam, which is going to be great, we could get it in such a way that basically we have, we have the ROV, and then you see the Maris, and then you have the hook coming down on the other side of it. So that when we can go up and gauge the hook, then we back up, lower down, and hook it in. But there's like no current hardly at all. We're just dangling right off the back of the ship. So we're gonna have to we'll likely have to put, when we see the beacon, we're likely gonna have to literally put it right over top. Or like, if we're lined up in this configuration, I guess, we'd want the kind of hook to be to the east.
Right.
So we're all lined up.
Yep.
But we don't really have to move until we see the beacon. And then I think what we'll do is once we're lowering it down, we can run away and basically try and get the hook, 5
Over
meters,
that target.
5 meters, 10 meters from, basically in front of us. So, east, kind of here.
Sure.
Of the target.
Okay.
So in an ideal world, we're up off the seafloor. We could see the Maris in the 180. We can see the hook in front of us. We fly over the Maris, grab the hook, get our slack, lower down, come back, engage it, and hook it in, then we can back away. That would be ideal scenario, but kind of see how it lays. But if we drop it all in the mud, then I think we're spending, it's going to just be, you know, waiting for viz, and we're spending more time in the water with 2 wires, and be a lot less visibility with a second wire, which isn't ideal.
Okay, so do we want to hold steady here, get the second wire in?
See what the beacon's doing. Then
And we'll
we'll come up, fly over. We can pull Atalanta out of the way. You position the ship to get the beacon here, and then we'll kind of take it from there.
Okay, roger.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now we're getting ready. The ship, the deck crew is currently getting ready to lower the package, so then they'll stand by.
Architects, I'll send you.
Meantime, they're just figuring out, based on the currents and
what the
umbilical's doing, and where Atalanta is right now, and the ship's position and all that, they decide on.
So there's a great question in here about
the ship
memorizing.
to do that kind of to lower that thing down. So they'll start and then reposition the ship a little bit as things are happening, maybe, or they'll reposition first. I'm not sure.
Back row, can you confirm what beacon we're going to be using?
I was told 3009, but maybe Peter, do you mind confirming that for us? The beacon number that's going to go on the wire. Thank you.
How long will it take for the cable to come down, Dirk?
I think they can do probably close to 50 meters per minute.
So pretty quick.
So what's that, 20 meters per kilometer, 40 meters per 2 kilometers, so 25 minutes once it's in the water.
Cool. And some folks are wondering if there's anything we can do to minimize suction as the thing is lifted, i.e. creating like a break or an intake hole, but I think that the sediment is so porous and fluffy that any hole we made would just fill in, so kind of slow and steady is the best approach?
Yeah, it's, as you lift it, things are slightly moving, like the legs create the holes, but there's a suction from the grating at the bottom, so it kind of percolates in there. It's not too long. It should. Sometimes it's instant that it comes up. Sometimes you have to sit there and wait for a few minutes, or.
Yeah, fair enough.
But it's never really long.
I've just never seen mud behave quite like Jello the way that Gabby was dealing with there with the rings. That was quite the wiggle.
So I've seen that, like fully Jello mud at the bottom of the Black Sea where it's totally anoxic.
Oh.
You get the same effect where it's just like, it feels like you're dealing with Jello, and like vibrations will pass through it like Jello. It's very strange, but it's also like, when we were doing that work, we had like a special propeller installed on the top of the vehicle to move the sediment out of our faces so that we could actually work, because that is something we knew, like, because we were going to be excavating. At sites like this, I don't think you usually plan to excavate, but we were going to be excavating shipwrecks, and you needed to have a plan for dealing with this plumes or you'd never get anything done.
That does make sense.
So I wonder, I don't actually know much about the, like the biology or the chemistry of this area, but I wonder if that's a characteristic of like anoxic areas, or I don't know what makes it gelatiny like that.
Well, the oxygen concentration reading coming off of Herc is quite high, so
yeah.
But the mud itself may be anoxic just from the way that it does the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Further investigation warranted.
Yeah. I wonder if we have any like soil or sediment enthusiasts on board that could tell us, or out in the world.
Out in the world, I would assume. On board,
They're definitely dirt enthusiasts.
Hey Dirk, is there anything else you want to do? Like I think there's a bead bag still sitting on the cable, just to our left.
Yeah, we should probably knock that off.
Get that out of the way.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that'll mean a pickup for sure.
Yeah. So I'll make a mess. I'll try not to. Oh, doing a Z-bias thing.
Oof.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do some serious car wash when this wire is coming down.
Oh, there he is.
We discussed earlier, but I think you need to put in like a canine shake, the way a dog might.
Did our best. It's around the screw on the left-hand side now, and it's connected. It's on spike on the right-hand side. Nice.
Can we get your arm out just to grab this while we can see?
Once you're done this ops, you want to switch out?
Yes, I was going to give it to you, but then you got there. That's great.
You're grabbing beanbags.
Yeah, we're just gonna get it off this cable.
Thanks.
Put it over by the other one.
Lynette, that beacon number was 3009.
Yep, sounds good.
Roger, thank you.
Wait, ready? Yeah.
Thank you.
So what I was kind of thinking, Trevor, was that it's so mucky here. I think kind of a mid-water grab is better
For the hook.
for the hook.
Yes. Yeah.
So I was thinking we could hang out here, we'll get the beacon in the water, we can track it. But I was thinking try and getting the beacon basically as we're facing now on the far side, maybe 5-10 meters on the far side of the Maris.
Okay. Yep.
And then once we see the beacon, we can get out of the way. We'll move the ship to get the beacon in that position to the east of where we are.
Yep.
And then try and get it all like 180, having the Maris in view and get the hook in front of us. And then we can fly over, engage it, get some slack, fly back as we're kind of lowering down and try and hook and then just keep backing away.
So the one part I'm not following on that is, do we want Herc's heading to be north because of the ship's heading?
North because the ship's heading, yeah, we could be.
Because that means we're facing into the, facing into the second wire.
Yep.
Is that an okay way to lay the hook out?
Yeah, we could so instead of here, put it up here, and then we bring Herc down to the south, way down there.
Like obviously the ship will have to move to get the hook in the right spot.
Ship's
but
gonna
how
have
do
to
we
move.
want the orientation of the vehicles? Probably Atalanta will be south of the hook. Not doing anything about that unless we move the ship heading.
Yep.
So I think we want to approach from the
You
south.
want to go that way? Sure. So put the beacon up 10 meters to the north of it, and then approach from the south. Sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'm happy to hear another thought on that about difference.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Are they rigging it now or what?
Yeah, we got the call out happening now. We're waiting just to get it all secured before we call them out. So
yeah,
should see some movement here pretty soon on the deck.
Okay, roger.
So when I run away, I'll try and do a bunch of car wash.
Yeah, cool. They were not moving when I came up here.
Yes, yeah, there's
It's right
the
after.
word. The word has been sent out.
Okay, roger. Cool.
Have the deck crew been called yet or not
Yeah,
yet?
they have been.
Okay, nice.
So it sounds like we're not using the big pink hook. We're using
No,
the small one.
it was a smaller one, yeah.
Yeah.
The sea catch or sea, whatever.
Ocean hook.
Some hook with a gate.
Yep. And they're not concerned, but thinking about the weight of this, the weight of the clump weight, the maximum pull on the winch, and how much suction force there's going to be.
Yeah, that's a valid
So
thinking.
one of their thoughts, what's the load rating on the crane?
At full reach, it's like 4.5 tons. So if it's inboard, it's like,
More.
I think it's like 6 or almost 7, 6.8 or something like that.
So call it 10,000 pounds or so. I don't know what you're going to be, what the braking strength is of the wire, but the thought was if the winch can't pull it, to boom up with the crane a little bit.
Oh yeah.
So that was just discussed. That wasn't proposed to the deck crew or anything like that, but I thought that was an interesting concept.
So from a little bit of my different experience, I've been around when we pulled 2-ton concrete anchor blocks out of the mud, and we do that with a winch on a tugboat.
Right.
So they couldn't pull it out of the mud. So you'd sink the boat down and just wait.
Yeah.
And let the displacement just
Totally
pull it out. So if you put a little tension on it, just wait.
I don't know that the ship's going to be able to. The ship will be heaving and not really care about it.
But I just mean if we just put a little bit of load on it.
Oh yeah,
don't
absolutely.
try to like rip it out and just wait.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, the load and weight, that's the classic, yeah.
Yeah. That seems good. I wonder if you'll be able to keep a load on it with the tiny size of wire versus the huge size of ship, is what I mean.
Yeah.
It's the nice thing is we'll monitor the tension quite closely and and see where it goes.
And I was talking with those guys. They can pull in whatever 3,500 pounds, but it can hold up to 10,000 or something. So if you set it with a little bit of tension and put on the brakes, you can pull more if you're using the crane, say, because it can brake a lot more.
Yeah, and that's something that you might do with like if you're using like a big ship, heavy wire, shallow water. Yeah, definitely. And your winch can't I don't know when the ratios work out like that.
Exactly,
but in this case, I don't think we'll do that.
Right. In this case, that's what I mean is it's a small winch for the big ship.
Yeah.
And it's deep.
I've seen that done and it works really well, where you use the ship, essentially kind of heel the ship a little bit.
Yeah, that's what Josh was talking about.
But I don't think that's what we can do here.
So is there such a thing as rated lifting gear that has some dynamic stretch in it?
Well, I think at this depth, I think steel would have stretch, right? And because it's like sitting in a column, I'm assuming there's going to be a little bit of straightening and like dragging, and I think there's stretch involved, yeah?
Right, because where I'm going with that is if you load it up with stretch, then even as the ship heaves, it won't be constant tension, but it'll keep a lot of tension on it.
Yeah.
I think picturing like rock climbing ropes, obviously not going to work down here, but that kind of concept, dynamic line.
Yeah, the 6A definitely has stretches.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's a steel armored cable.
Yeah, so I think that line that we have at this depth will have quite a bit of stretch. I mean, it'll have some kind of percentage factor over force times distance kind of thing, units or whatever. And
some science units, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, the science units. We were discussing the freedom units this morning.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think that's, heeling the ship over is a similar concept to putting the vehicle with neutral stick to come off bottom. You know, you just wait with just a foam block pulling it up.
Josh, are you doing that movement on purpose to get the mud off?
Yeah, you bet.
I think you need to integrate a dog shake, like the initiate shake button.
Yeah, I'll do one.
Man, if I could do that, I would save so much money on towels.
So what was your order of ops? You want to get the wire in the water before moving the ship?
Yeah, I was gonna get an idea of like where the beacon was, but we could move and readjust. And I don't know. I don't really have a real order of ops that I'm hardened to.
All right.
But we could move where you wanted to go now, where you think it would go.
And there's a visitor writing in wondering, did the morning crew get their bacon sandwiches? Because that was a huge topic of discussion this morning. And oddly enough, they had omelets this morning, so many of us switched course at the last second, though we did have delicious omelets and bacon. A few did stick to the sandwiches.
Oh, I got that sandwich for sure.
There you go. Lynette had a sandwich. Yep. Very good. I switched course. I went for the omelet and bacon myself. But it was pretty good. I think a few of us had like deconstructed sandwiches, bacon, egg, and toast. Yep.
I can feel my stomach counting down to dinner right now.
I mean, you can start moving the ship now if you want, then there's less swing or whatever that we're waiting for.
Someone's wondering what
Is that what you're thinking, Trevor?
Yeah.
Something like that look good. 25 meters, 120.
Sweet.
Sure.
Assuming it's not blowing around down there, but it probably will be.
I bet it's not, based on how not
It's very still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Atlanta's like right under the A-frame.
Yeah, you
Bridge
drop a
nav.
marble and hit Herc in the head.
We've got this like under scoop of mud in the lake.
I like that.
Can we have 25 meters, 120, please?
The old underscoop.
Thank you.
Underscoop. Oh, the azimuth, shoulder azimuth, bringing that pressure down to 17%. Shoulder works great.
17.
Well, or whatever, 25, 10, something. And then I just brought it back up for the other functions.
Okay.
No, I think the decker is ready, I think. Well, they're busy actively working with the crane right now. So then we're going to put the package in the water.
Did we dive last night?
Yeah.
Did
It
we
was a
launch it?
really cool dive.
Cool. Did we launch on our shift?
Yeah. You
Did
don't
I?
remember? We delivered in the vehicle like 20 meters from the seafloor.
It was, like, the terrain down there is awesome. Like, really unique. No?
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's crazy. Here, I'll show you some pictures.
Cool.
It's just unlike anything. Like, look at this structure. Stuff like that all over the place. Little hobbit towns in Atlantis and like weird pillars of rock without, no hydrothermal vents, just like weirdness. It was really cool. Yeah.
Probably old hydrothermal vents from
Yeah,
hundreds of thousands of years ago.
with lava flow or something over top, and it was like
That's
all
cool.
crusted and broken, and a lot of sponges, big glass sponges and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like, look at this one. You don't tell me someone doesn't live in there.
Oh, someone lives in there.
Yeah.
Let's see, Dirk. Oh, I'd lived in there.
Yeah.
Actually, in Victoria, that's probably $2,400 a month.
Slight water problems.
Yep. We have a sharp-eyed viewer wondering what the whiteboard in the back says, and it is absolutely not interesting. It says cruise ID, which is our expedition, the next dive number, which is chronological to the last dive number.
And also, wait, are we on dive 2039 or 2040?
2039, according to the board of stuff.
Oh, that's
No, that's very
Nice.
confusing.
Oh, board of
very,
lines.
very confusing board, actually.
2040.
2040.
It's 2040.
That says oh, hang on. That's not even oh, it's way behind.
Okay, so there you go. There is a board, and it says nothing of consequence. Oh, it is being altered as we speak.
The only board you can trust is the nav board.
It is actually the only board I trust.
It is a board that's worth trusting, yeah. Anything other than bolt heads would be a waste. You can bank on that.
And the lovely data steward Cassie is filling it in. Under other, could you please put, hi, Mom? Wonderful. So there you go. For the sharp-eyed viewer, it says
I'm gonna come up.
our dive number, the site name, and now, hi, Mom. Which, for the record, I don't think that's my mom. I just, you know, she'll tune in eventually. And thanks to Video, who have changed our quad view to show that wire that's about to come over the side. Just in case people are curious. Dirk, would you be willing to share some of those images on social?
Which images?
Of the hobbit hole in the Victoria condo?
I would, but these are just exactly what they tell us not to share. Pictures of a screen.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, why don't we connect you with Yuko, and she'll share the good versions of those.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so viewers can check that out on our socials. We'll connect with the social team, and they'll get some of those shots out.
Yeah, stay tuned. Those pictures, it was incredible. Really cool.
Dirk, can I take a picture of your phone screen?
And share that? They never say. Yeah, probably.
You can take a picture of a screen and a picture of a screen.
Oh, I'll take a
make
picture.
sure the screen is in the picture.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'll take a picture of you doing that and post that picture.
Right.
No, because that's what you're not supposed to do.
Oh.
Actually, you can do that, but he can't do what he's doing.
No, I can. Yeah, I can take a picture of
gonna-
him doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
South.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
Loopholes for the win.
You want to just like bug out for now?
Sure. I'll bug out.
I'm just gonna keep my heading right here. So I don't know. Oh, you know what? If I face north, then I can.
Yeah. Then you can look.
What's going on with the wrap situation here?
I am 0, and you're half.
But we're 90 degrees out, so that doesn't really make any sense. Do we want to care?
We care a bit, but
If we go tail to tail, we'll be a half wrap. Or not quite.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, 0.1 wraps. So that's
It's a non-zero.
yeah.
I'm going to pull Atalanta a little bit.
Roger.
I'm driving off the edge of the earth.
Oh no.
It turns out the Earth really is flat. It's just at the bottom of the ocean.
That's right.
It's round to the top, flat on the bottom.
Y'all are going tail to tail, yeah? You're going to
Yeah.
stay that way for a while?
Yep.
Can I steal Atalanta cam here and put a deck cam up
Sure.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, run that thing, however you do it.
I think Atalanticam over there is for the nav.
Yeah.
So if you want to steal it anytime, just
Okay.
fly out,
It's all yours.
Awesome.
as far as I'm concerned. I do like the discussion ahead of time, but you should feel entitled to it.
Do you remember back in the good old days when you'd walk into like a electronics store and they'd have the wall of TVs and they were all playing the same thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if there's more to this question.
Well, actually, what I was going to ask is video. Do you ever get the urge to go in there and change all the TVs?
Maybe after
We do
this,
constantly.
yeah.
Yeah. We can make it all one big screen if you want.
One big screen?
One camera shot.
That seems like it would be a bit overwhelming.
It's something.
Have you ever played video games in here with one big screen?
Ooh.
No.
Oh man, Mario Kart
brilliant.
on these 4 screens? Oh man, you're going down. Or what's the other one? Smash Brothers?
Just Halo
Gosh,
2,
you're
something
off
like
the earth
that.
again.
Are you happy with that spot? I saw a cool presentation by, was it somebody from Nat Geo? Had some really awesome pictures. That was all. We did it in here and had the whole big screen. It was cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Name's escaping me.
I heard the rumor that there's a Switch on board. Maybe we should hook it up.
Switch it up.
I think this would be great for Smash Brothers, or like you say, Halo, or...
Yeah, it need the controllers and all that stuff, but it would be.
Oh, we brought those. Don't you worry.
It's perfect. You can look at what everyone else is doing. All the screens are right there.
We can do that on the Sunday when we don't work.
I'm pretty sure we work on Sunday.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty
Where
sure.
have I been? What have I been doing?
I don't know. We've been all wondering the same thing, Trevor. This is actually an intervention.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
This whole dive staged.
Yeah, the 4 screens are just about to turn to "Where are you, Trevor?"
What are you doing on Sunday?
Exactly.
Just eating ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. Ice cream. I have one gripe, though. Someone accidentally switched the lid on the coconut and the vanilla, and I got coconut instead of vanilla.
Oh.
Oh, that happened to me, but I wanted the coconut, not the vanilla.
Oh, dang.
Oh,
I
actually,
Swapped bowls.
that might have been me who swapped it.
Dirk.
Go ahead, Winch. Roger that. Do you have a distance between beacon and package?
About 4 meters.
4 meters, roger.
So,
And did
Monica, what does that have to do with grapes?
they have a distance between
Grapes?
the weights and the hook?
Yeah, that will be 6.5 meters, Josh.
Oh, okay, got it. We're good.
Go ahead, Winch.
The stinger is...
It's 4 meters from the beacon to the convoy, but from the beacon to the hook, it's about 12 meters.
Does that add up?
No,
That's an estimate. I think that's probably closer.
that's
Uh,
close.
It's definitely, the stinger
Roger.
is 7.3 meters long. And the clump is on a 4-foot strap off of that, so it's 7.3 minus a meter, so 6.3.
Where's our little notepad-y thing?
Little sticky notes?
Yeah, where's our sticky pad notes?
There was a pile of sticky notes on the floor behind you, under the...
Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Josh-
looky here.
Josh, these 12 meters kind of adds up, give or take half a meter.
Roger.
What are all these wires?
Okay, so I have 4 meters beacon to weight and beacon to
Oh.
hook 12 meters.
So
That sounds
So
right, back
what's
row?
wrong? What's wrong with that is it's it's beacon, 4 meters down. You're gonna have the pairing and the stinger start. Then there's a 4-foot strap, a 1 meter between the weights that's in parallel with the stinger. So from that, it's beacon 4 meters. You're gonna have your pair link. 4 feet from there, there's weights on one, and then 7.3 meters down from that pair link is the hook. So the distance between the
Okay.
hook and the weights would be 6.2 meters or 6.3 meters or something, if that makes sense.
And then the beacon to the weights you said was
That will be this estimate of 4 plus the 1
4
meter,
plus.
probably.
4 plus.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's the case.
It's not 4 plus 4 from the
So
beacon to the weights?
No, okay, so that was 4 meters plus 4 feet.
4 feet.
Yeah,
So 5 meters
yeah,
Okay.
between the beacon and the weight.
yeah.
5-ish meters.
Okay, and then from that pair link to the hook, you said is 7
0.3
feet or meters?
meters. And then it's a 90-pound clump weight. And the hook's
Roger.
rated to 4 metric tons. Just to keep mixing up units if you want to.
So does that seem right to you? 6.3 and 5, and then
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
okay,
So I have beacon and then 4 meters to a hook.
right?
Another meter from there is the weights.
Yeah,
And then,
6.3 meters to the hook.
yeah,
Okay.
I think that's right.
So your
Okay.
flying
Yep.
tether from the weights would be quite a lot, would be your 7 point, depending if the weights are on the bottom or not, but. So it's kind of a bit of a weird one since they're in parallel.
Josh, are you okay with eating first? That way you and Trev can see the wire operation through from start to finish. Like after
Okay. Oh, you want me to, you?
Is that the cork stuff?
Someone has put a note in the chat that it must have been miserable eating the coconut ice cream, and I can't help but feel I'm being mocked. I think for some reason that just doesn't seem genuine, but as someone who doesn't like coconut, I did not eat it.
No, I think they're being sincere.
You think?
I think they're being sincere, yeah.
Hard to say, but yep. Truly, my life is difficult. Yes, I'm glad people are picking up on that. Dirk, what is your go-to ice cream if you had to pick one?
Oh, if I could only have one, it would 100% be vanilla.
Vanilla?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Okay.
not even close.
Big vanilla guy here.
Especially because that's so versatile. You can have it with different kinds of desserts. You can have it by itself. That's great. You can dunk it in ice or in chocolate, like Dairy Queen, like anything else is just you can only eat it by itself. Case closed.
I don't know that it's my favorite, but if I had to pick one, I'd have to pick that one.
Yeah.
Go for
You know what I mean? If
versatility.
you don't never have any other flavor, it had to be vanilla.
Yeah.
See.
I think that qualifies as favorite, no?
I don't know, but if I was given the option, hey, here's a waffle cone with some ice cream in it, what would you get? Probably wouldn't get vanilla. I'd probably get Tiger. Or
So
Hoostracks or
here's the
Tiger,
question:
Tiger,
would
what's
you?
wrong with you?
What combination do you prefer? Because definitely vanilla combo with something else is the best combination. Would you take
Yeah.
like a mango, or would you take like a cookie style or chocolate
Depends on
with
the day.
vanilla?
Mango's like a nice hot summer day,
Yeah.
you know, and cookie
Like a
crumble,
sorbet or
like
something,
that, like
yeah.
Oreo, whatever. That would be a different
Like a caramel mousse
could be
tracks kind of
caramel
deal.
Mousse
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah, that would be a different day.
Okay.
Do the Americans know what we're talking about when we say Moose Tracks ice cream?
Yes,
Okay, good, thank you. Tiny, yes.
very familiar.
Excellent.
Tiny, yes.
Tiny, yes. Cool. I don't know, Dirk. I'm kind of with you. I do like vanilla, but I do feel that some of the examples you provided, whipped cream does a great job. So then I might say that I would have
No,
a preference for chocolate ice cream.
No, whipped cream is no substitute for vanilla ice cream. Like,
It's not a substitute so much as it is like a respectful alternative. It's like mom versus dad. They're not stand-ins for each other. They're just different, but equally good.
I don't know, equally good. I think you're off, but it's you know.
No, you're wrong.
Yeah, maybe we're just talking about something different. I don't know.
Yeah, fair. You know what? That's okay. That's why they make, what is it, 72 ice cream flavors?
Yeah.
In fact, the chat is asking if anyone's ever had ginger ice cream with crystallized ginger in it.
I have. That's pretty good.
It sounds very spicy.
If you like ginger, it's good. If you don't like ginger, it's terrible.
Oh.
Well, that's how I feel about Tiger, because I don't like licorice.
Then you wouldn't like Tiger.
Exactly.
Tiger has licorice. See, I feel like that's on the right day, maybe.
Yeah.
Licorice and
But
orange.
man, I
Licorice
feel
and
like
orange,
I
it's
feel
a
like if you
combo.
make a promise of you've got ice cream for people, you don't bring Tiger. I
No,
feel like
you
that's
have-
not what they
You
expect.
have to request it. You can't give that to people.
No, you don't. It's
People
like,
have to
don't worry,
request
guys. I've got the ice cream. We're set on that department. That's like
Yeah,
bringing a pizza, but it's like some weird.
Anchovy and olive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you wouldn't
don't
do that. The viewers are curious if we would like to tell us more seriously what the order of events is.
know. Yeah. Enough of the.
And the order of events is get some ice cream. No, just kidding. The order of events. What are we doing next?
Yeah, this thing, no, it's not 30 meters a minute. I'm assuming there. So currently what's happening, winch is going down with a recovery hook, and I suspect it will be on the bottom in about half an hour. The ROV, correct me if I'm wrong, is just going to kind of stand by, stay clear as it's approaching the bottom so that we can avoid any kind of entanglement. When everything's settled down and the ROV's happy with its position and the winch and hook line is not moving, ROV will approach it to grab the hook and hook onto the instrument platform, at which point we'll start the recovery. So, and that process is probably hook on bottom half an hour from now, so you're going to be looking at water column probably for the next half hour. Spoiler. And
Spoiler.
then then there's going to be some action with the hook and all that. And Trevor, do you suspect winch ROV are both going to be coming up at the same time or independent?
Winch and ROV both coming. Oh, you mean after we've hooked the platform?
After it's been hooked up,
So let me back up a sec. We're going to hook the platform. We're going to, once it's hooked, we're going to watch takeoff-ish.
yeah. I don't think it's
Kinda.
particularly important.
Okay, we're just going to let her go and probably get the vehicle south for at least the first little bit. And you're asking if after the package is, say, 100, 200 meters off bottom, would we also start recovering the ROVs at the same time?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I mean, it's a big time saver,
I
if
think
it's
it would-
possible.
It would depend on how the beacon is sitting. What I'm
Yeah,
what I'm
whether
trying
you need
say.
to stretch out or not.
Yeah,
So if you
And
got
we
to stretch
can-
out, probably.
we can come up while we stretch out. I don't think we need to stay sitting on bottom or whatever, 7 meters off bottom, 21 meters off bottom, whatever. We don't need to do that, but we probably would come up slow.
Okay.
So just to keep most of our thruster force pulling us away. And then once the package is out, we can go fast. Slow is probably 10 meters, 15 meters a minute. I don't know.
All right.
But we definitely want to be behind the package.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, we don't have to stay on bottom, I don't think.
Yeah, you don't accidentally want to recover the ROV first.
Whoops.
Oh, how did that happen? Why?
Herc breached. Yeah.
So I just did a quick little calculation, and they're lowering at about 50 meters a minute. So that'll get us to the bottom in about 37 minutes from now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, take a look at this mid-water transect. And by transect, I mean sitting still.
Is this a tray? Yeah. Is this like a game camera?
See if it goes by, yeah.
All right, now here's a really hard question.
Not motion activated. That's the worst kind. Oof.
Constantly filming, yeah.
Just constantly filming. You got to really screen,
Yeah.
and you can't fast forward. Oh, it's not even worth it. You might as well sit in the bush yourself. What's the question?
Oh, it's a tough one. It's Game 5 begins soon. Oilers versus Panthers. Would we like updates?
No.
No. All right. No. No updates. Thank you. Got to live in the moment. Watch it later. Trevor, you were going to ask me something about grapes, and I am.
Oh, you said you had one grape yesterday, and I was wondering what that had to do with
Yeah,
this
you
week.
meant gripe.
Gripe. Did I say grape?
You said grape.
You know what? I have mouth bubble. It happens.
I picked up on that. I'm like, huh? Some people say gripe. I grape. I don't know.
I didn't hear the whole sentence. I just heard I had one grape, and then missed on something. and then
No,
I
that
heard
was on
ice cream,
the
ice cream.
that was on the ice cream, and
Yeah.
it turned
So
into ice
grape
cream
ice cream.
conversation pretty
Yeah,
quick.
no, I was griping that I got
Ah.
coconut instead of vanilla because you know,
Speaking
again,
of,
Is there grape ice cream?
no, but you know
No.
what? Speaking of grapes, have you ever had the cotton candy grapes?
no,
From
but I
the
can tell
grocery
you why
store.
there's no grape ice cream. I can tell you that.
Why?
So there's no grape ice cream because most dogs are allergic to grapes, and people will feed their dogs ice cream, and they worried that they would create an ice cream that would accidentally poison dogs. So that's one of the reasons there's no grape ice cream.
Really?
That's what I've heard, and I like it, so I'm sticking with it.
But I don't know. Like,
But why is there chocolate ice cream then?
Yeah.
Well,
I
some
don't-
sacrifices must be made.
I honestly, a lot of these dog allergies are weird. Like I found out the other day that my mom, who takes care of my dog all the time, was feeding her like grapes and almonds as snacks, as treats. I was like, all right,
Grapes are not good for dogs. Almonds are okay, but grapes are not.
no,
Grapes
No.
are really bad for dogs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're really bad for dogs. Raisins are really bad.
Yeah,
I'm not
raisins are
saying
bad.
they're good for them. I'm just wondering.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay, for the record, everyone watching, that is definitely not recommended.
People often know chocolate's bad. Not as many
Yeah.
people know about grapes, but grapes are worse than chocolate.
Which is why they don't make grape ice cream.
Onions too.
What was that?
Onions.
Onions,
Onions
yeah,
and
onions,
garlic,
garlic.
are
yeah.
toxic to dogs. I
Bet.
didn't know that till this year.
Wow.
Yep. There's some really great
Aren't
apps,
tomatoes any tomatoes kind of thing? I think all that stuff's also bad for them, isn't it?
I'm not
You know,
sure.
I don't have a dog, so I don't know. But I know there are really great apps out there that can tell you what you can and can give your dog. I have cats, and they can't do lilies at all. All parts of a lily is
Can't-
toxic to a cat.
Don't even go. Yeah, no lilies.
Do cats want lilies? Is that a problem?
Sometimes, yeah.
It's like saying I'm allergic to nails. Like I don't want to eat roofing nails. So
How did you find out you were allergic to them?
No, I don't know.
Did you eat one?
How
Not-
did you find out your cat was allergic to
Not recommended.
lilies?
Trevor.
No. It's not. They're not. It's not that he's allergic. They're toxic to cats, and so many cats like to chew on
Yeah.
leaves.
Ah, okay.
Definitely no. Yeah.
Yeah.
No grape snacks for those dogs, guys. Just to repeat that.
I did not know cats would like to eat leaves.
We refer affectionately to my cat as the salad king because if it's green, he'll try to eat it. Yep, he ate a pine tree. Luckily,
A tree.
yeah, I brought home a sapling, a 1-year-old pine sapling, and I planted it out in my garden box thinking that it would be fine because it's a pine tree. And I came back to a chewed stub. And yeah, I am quite certain it was him for other reasons. He really likes spider plants, and spider plants have catnip-like qualities for cats, except that they are also slightly toxic, but they cause the cats to hallucinate.
Oh yeah.
So they're a little bit hallucinogenic for cats. So
Is that like wandering spiderwort?
I
spider
don't
plant?
know. Let me look.
I don't know what a spider plant is.
The spider plant. That's those the white and it's white and green.
Yeah, and they have like a big.
They're always
bushy-
making shoots and regrowing little strands or shoots off of them.
Cool.
Yeah, they're very pretty.
They get away with like no light. Well, they don't thrive, but they do get away with it.
Cool.
It's the official name is Chlorophydium comoseum.
Does that clear it up, Trevor?
Yeah, the Latin name helped.
Hey, you know what?
Oh, so it is a subspecies of Camosa.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just everywhere I look, it's called spider plant. So
Camosum?
uh,
I went to college in Camosum.
that's how I would say this word: COMOSUM, comosum.
Is it November or Mike at the end?
Camosum. With an
yeah.
M.
With a Mike.
I'm-
And with Mike.
I'm just checking if it's the same as spiderwort.
Spiderwort. Oh, different.
No, spiderworts are totally different.
Cool.
And I'm not talking about a spider with a skin condition. I'm talking about a plant.
Oh, I like spiderworts. That's a good plant.
It is, but it's not a spider plant.
Correct. I would agree with that. Yeah.
So would the internet.
So that you're on the, yeah.
Spiderworts are very forgiving, which is good because all of my plants have stuck around in my life by attrition. Like, I go
Yeah.
away for 3 weeks. The ones that are alive when I get back get propagated, and then I have more of them. The ones that are dead when I get back, I don't buy that type again.
That is very familiar to me. Also, apparently I am wrong. The rumor about FDA banning grape ice cream for dogs is false. It just doesn't taste very good, and it's too costly to make.
I have to say, it does not sound like for some reason I just don't see those as good flavors.
Well, apparently nobody else does either. I mean, the dog one does sound interesting, but apparently it is false. So, you know, no need to perpetuate false rumors.
That's why you always throw in a disclosure. Like, I don't know.
I don't know, but
I've heard this.
But I did say that. I did say that I don't know if it's true, but I like
You
it.
did, no? You did.
Yep.
No one should take
Who
that
told
verbatim.
you that?
As long as they should.
Well,
Yeah.
I've been saying it.
I don't know, and I think it was true. No, you know what? It was true.
And I think it was true.
It was definitely probably.
And I think whoever told me did look it up too. So yeah, this is good.
Yeah. I heard from a friend who looked it up, I'm sure.
Or was just speculating wildly.
No, we never do that, especially not in blue water.
It's really the only thing you can do in blue water is speculate wildly.
Wildly.
Wow.
Either that or tell your life story.
Oh no, the speculation is far more interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
We're all pretty imaginative.
Yep. Gabby, if you had to invent a new ice cream flavor, what'd you make?
Huh.
Oh, imagine ice cream with watermelon chunks in it.
Ooh, that could be interesting.
Oh,
I
no.
like maybe
Okay.
like dandelion wine.
Dandelion ice cream.
Dandelion wine.
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 Dandelion wine.
Is
You
that
can have an
ice cream?
alcoholic ice cream.
Cool.
Oh.
Oh, I see. Dandelion wine. Is that wine and dandelions, or is it
Find,
wine
like-
made
It's
of
a.
dandelions?
I think it's a wine made from dandelions.
I feel like
Oh.
it's too hard to say.
So now it's an ice cream made
I
from
think.
wine made
I
from
think it's
dandelions.
best. What's that?
Now it's an ice cream made from wine made from dandelions.
Yes, it's an ice
Alright.
cream made from wine made from dandelions, and I think that it's more fun if it's hard to say.
I don't know. I mean, Tiger has absolutely no big cat in it, so it could have a different name.
And yuck.
You have Tiger?
Honestly, I do
Yeah.
agree. It's an acquired taste, and I don't think I've acquired that taste.
Black licorice?
I have
Yeah.
no desire to put in the effort. Like I think maybe you could acquire it if you tried hard
I
enough.
I
just
acquired it by
don't
eating
know.
it once.
Yuck.
It's like it was always a lot of it left. Trevor just ate it.
Yeah. Trevor, is
Nice,
this the
man.
part you admit that you're like the youngest of 13? You're like, that's all that was left.
It just takes like three. Well, when we were in university, what we used to do, because we had barbecues that we would all, play rugby on Friday, have barbecues at our house every Friday. So, but then we realized we're always hosting. So the four guys that lived there were like, oh, we can't always just be hosting and spending all this money on like chips and stuff. So we just buy the worst chips. Like lightly salted, like all just basic, and so you pour a bag right at the beginning and everyone shows up like, oh, there's chips, these guys are really hosting. No one would eat the chips. See, people will kind of pick at them all night, but that was the
Interesting.
trick.
That is
Maybe
a
that's the
strategy.
Tiger recipe.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, we've got ice cream.
Yeah, no problem. Help
All you
yourself.
can eat, yeah.
All you can eat. My dad always had the opposite approach. He would call it all you can eat, and he'd serve you, and he'd go, that's all you can eat.
Oh.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
Ah, yes. His legacy lives on. He'll be proud to know. So does he, but it just sounds more dramatic if you say his legacy lives on.
Is he driving an old Subaru or what?
My dad? No.
That was a pun.
Yep.
Trevor.
What?
Meh.
What?
The
What?
pun.
The Subaru legacy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Meh.
Is it a pun or just a joke?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Double entendre?
I don't
No,
even think
definitely not that.
Just a single.
Just
I thought she was talking
entendre.
about a Subaru. It's not.
They do tend to live on.
Yeah, they absolutely do.
Absolutely. I don't know. I kind of like the Tiguan, because I just like the name.
The Volkswagen?
Yeah, the Tiguan.
Kind of.
Not a sponsor, by the way. Just in case anybody's listening, not a sponsor.
I don't feel like the Subaru is an island car, really. It's like the Toyota pickup. So
It's a Toyota pickup,
the
yeah.
RAV4.
The
Everyone's
yeah.
into their RAV4s and their CRVs. I don't see that many Subarus.
Oh, but you're forgetting the lovely and classical Honda Civic that is everywhere.
Oh yeah, that's an everywhere. That's an everywhere car.
Yeah.
Vancouver Island's definitely Toyota Tacoma and RAV4.
Do you have a Tacoma?
I've got a Frontier.
Oh, he went Nissan.
Yeah.
Whoa. In defiance of his birthplace.
That's not my birthday.
Oh,
I was gonna say,
right,
actually-
that's right. You're
Maybe in celebration of his
everything's
birthplace?
right drive, or is it right drive in South Africa?
Yeah, it's opposite, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, go for
Right-hand
now.
drive.
I just hit 1,000 meters.
Copy. We're reading 1,003 meters.
Copy.
Did you
Oh,
ever
I
see
did.
your old Forerunner around?
I did see it for sale.
Oh, yeah.
Like, when was it, last year? Which was like 4 years after I sold it. And the price went up.
How do you know it was
Yeah.
yours?
What's that?
How do you know it was yours?
Because I did a diesel, I took a Mercedes diesel and put it in my Toyota 4Runner. Because I like the old style 4Runners, but I really liked diesel vehicles when I was in university, so I swapped the diesel in there.
I see. That does make it rather unique.
Yeah, and so when it's listed and with pictures of the engine bay, you know when it's yours.
Ah, yes.
You know what you did. It is kind of funny. You start down that rabbit hole, and there's like only so many few engines that would actually fit the bay, and then you learn to hear the sound of that motor and what it sounds like, and so you see other people that have done the same thing by hearing their vehicles. They're like, hey, I know exactly, OHM 617? Yeah, that's the model that's in your vehicle, because it sounds so distinct. And it's the same with the old Cummins engines and all that stuff. They just sound like.
You know, bird watchers do the same. They call it birding by ear. I bet that is also not a Venn diagram of people who overlap. I bet that is two distinctive circles.
It definitely could be.
It could be, but
It
I'm betting right now it's
absolutely
separate
could be.
circles.
I imagine both would make excellent retirement projects.
Yep. Also, very, very important update. Someone has spoken with an associate at Tickleberry's Ice Cream, which is in the Okanagan, 72 flavors.
Mm-hmm.
They have a grape float flavor, which is vanilla and grape ice cream swirled together.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
And
You're always looking for more.
yeah.
And I think we
It's
should
so
make
hard. It's so hard to tell a good story.
I think we should take the boat to the Okanagan. I mean, we're gonna have to put some wheels on it, but
so
I mean,
I missed the first part of this. So was the stipulation that like there was no good grape ice cream, and so it wasn't a good ice cream, or
Yes.
how did this happen?
yeah, pretty much.
Maybe
Okay.
because vanilla's so good, it brings up the bad list of
Yeah,
the grape.
100%.
Vanilla is
Standard.
not that good in ice cream.
No, it's so good. And then there's so many different. Yeah, sorry.
I thought we were on
So
the
it's
same
just
page,
opinion.
Dirk, because of the tiger thing, but obviously not.
No, the vanilla thing is
Yeah.
water down that tiger.
I don't think vanilla and Tiger would go very well together.
You know what doesn't go well with
But
Tiger
you know what-
Tiger? A spoon.
You know what
It's
they're
terrible.
You know what they're not saying about this Tickleberry ice cream is whether anyone buys it.
Oh yeah, it's
That
good.
would have been a prime
They made
question
one
to
pint
ask,
of it
like,
and it's still there.
And is it popular? Oh no one's just sitting there.
Yeah,
I don't think there would be anything wrong with grape ice cream. I'd be sooner eating that than Tiger.
Yeah, no, the tiger thing.
Okay, someone asked earlier, like, what would you, if you could make a custom ice cream flavor, what would you do?
Yep.
And okay,
That
people
would be me.
thinking like fancy, fruity things or whatever. I think it should do something weird,
Like broccoli?
like broccoli or maybe chicken.
Chicken ice cream.
No. Why would you do this?
Well, because
So many things already taste like chicken.
yeah,
That is
but
true.
The ice
I
cream
make my
doesn't.
dog chicken
You're right.
ice
Ice cream
cream
does not
sometimes.
currently taste like
What's
chicken.
that?
Smoothies. I make my dog some like chicken ice cream sometime in the
How do you
summer.
make chicken ice cream for your dog?
Just like
Yogurt and
yogurt
frozen
and,
yogurt
like,
and chicken?
Yeah, chicken.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you guys think of balsamic ice cream?
Balsamic
Oh,
ice cream. See, that
Could
sounds
be
good.
really
Wow.
sweet and
sounds neat.
tangy. I like that.
I'm not talking about when you're saying if you could make a custom ice cream flavor. I'm not talking about fully changing my life to only eating this new flavor.
No, I get it.
It's
Yeah.
like just try it once.
But
You're
you're
also
thinking-
you're also not making this flavor to make money.
But you're thinking
No, of course not.
savory, huh? That's where you
I'm
want to go
thinking
with this.
savory, yeah.
You
don't
could
get a lot
do
of savory
savory.
ice
Like
creams.
there's the deep fried ice cream that's
Right,
like got a
yeah.
quite savory sort of thing going on the outside.
And
I know
French
there's
fries and vanilla ice cream's a classic. Like that's a
Is
good.
it?
That would be
Yeah,
good,
that's a
isn't
thing.
it?
Yeah,
Um,
salty.
There's
Salty.
Is that really
spicy
a
ice
classic?
cream too.
I've never heard of that before.
Oh, you haven't lived.
You haven't lived.
You gotta
I
go.
mean, I
you gotta go to
think
Dairy
I
Queen.
ha- I
No,
mean,
you think you have, but you haven't. Well, let's just clear the air. So when you're next in Victoria, you gotta go to Dairy Queen, get yourselves one of the soft serve and some French fries, and
Yeah. Deadly.
you'll know what to do. It comes naturally. Yep.
Your body just does it.
Yeah. You wake up after a few minutes in this like, what have I been doing? But it's delicious.
Okay, how about sushi ice cream?
Ooh, depends on the sushi, my
No.
friend.
Of course, yeah. That didn't narrow it down enough, but like
No.
just as a concept.
it doesn't at some point this just become frozen fish?
What are we
No,
having? Sushi
maybe-
ice cream is just a fish stick.
How far away from us being the treat? Just a fish that's frozen.
I mean, that's kind of the line they're walking with sushi, right?
Yeah.
I suppose.
Hello. We're just past
Seaweed
1,000
ice
meters,
cream?
so we're probably at like 1,300 meters now.
Fresh
12:55.
baked,
You're jumping in?
bread, ice cream.
When the hook, yeah.
I know that there's also spicy ice creams, like people that make like ice cream with like hot like Carolina Reapers or hot peppers and stuff, and it's like a
cool.
or like you tried that accidentally once. I've had chocolates like Mexican hot chocolate ice cream that is also spicy,
Okay.
and it's good, but you have to be in the headspace for it. If you get it as a surprise, it's maybe not what you wanted.
I just don't know. I feel like ice cream's meant for a specific time, and that's a dessert. And I don't know if I would eat it.
Not that I'm not enjoying the conversation about ice cream. I am realizing, though, I never asked what a tickleberry is. Like tickleberry ice cream, they have 72 flavors. What's a tickleberry?
Oh, I have no idea.
Right? This is, wait, maybe we've gotten ahead of ourselves. What is a tickleberry?
Oof.
Is it like a tickle me Elmo?
I don't know.
Well, I'll just wait. The internet will get to me, I'm sure. For those of you who are just joining us, we are having a very lively conversation about ice cream because we are currently waiting for a clip to come down so that we can clip into one of the platforms and recover it. And so we've placed we've placed Herc at a safe spot so that Hook can come down without interrupting him. And that does mean that we're looking at some nice blue water. And what a better time to talk about ice cream than when you're looking at blue water.
I think we're going to put it on the north side. Yeah. Right. So this is where it is there? Yeah, but the Maris is here. Yeah, so we should... Yeah, so we should try and put it there. Yeah. Yeah, let's try now.
Josh.
Hello.
One thing I was curious about is if we turn off all the lights and then turn them back on again, do creatures come in and look at us? And is that something we might have the opportunity to try?
Bridge nav.
We could try it. We've done this.
Can we have 2
just
meters,
Of course.
325, please? Thank you.
We've done this a few times before, but I don't know. Like, we might have to sit here for a while before I think, like,
Before
things come in to check us out more.
I see. Fair enough.
We're also very loud.
Yes.
That's the other thing. Herc is quite loud.
I wonder if we could see bioluminescence, though.
I don't... Well, I think you need a special camera to pick it up. I mean, you would know more than I would, video.
I think, yeah, you're probably right. We would need a really sensitive camera. But, I don't know. Just that could be fun to try.
I see. Well, I have put it into the universe, and I will let Front Row decide what they wish to do with my universal thoughts.
How long would you like to leave them off for? Now you're running the show.
Oh, well, just as long as it's safe. How about is like 3 minutes?
Oof. That feels long.
Okay, that's too long? Okay.
We can,
Yeah, that's
nothing's
long.
going to change in 3 minutes.
What?
It feels uncomfortably long.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't realize we were dealing with treadmill time. Okay, in that case, like 8 seconds?
Sure, 8 seconds.
Okay, all right.
Okay, do you want Atalanta lights off too?
Ooh, surprise me.
Let's see what the glow is like from
Okay,
above. Let's
Atalanta will make things look glowy, which
Cool,
will be
let's
cool.
do it. Let's do it.
Okay, so we're going down lights, uppers, mids.
Oh,
Ooh.
There's the app ones.
pretty dark.
You can still see the side lights are still on. I don't know. We're just not going to be able to see our gauges anymore.
Ooh, so for those who are wondering, that is what the true light is at 2343, even with Atalanta just above us. So, yeah, it'd be dark, to use the technical term. It'd be dark.
She be dark.
Sure be dark, yep.
What's the flashy light
cat.
on the new skins?
That's the cat.
Oh, okay.
So we have a, that's so funny.
It is very funny.
We have like a power light LED in the in one of the junction boxes, so you can see in our port camera, it's flashing on and off.
Okay, all the lights besides the cat are now off.
Can't turn the cat off without hitting the big button. We're not going to do that.
No,
Well, then you wouldn't see anything.
Yeah, then you'd just be like, Arr.
Nothing sensitive enough for it, hey?
So that seems like it's been 8 seconds.
Yeah.
I put my lasers on.
Ooh.
Lasers.
Pew pew. Yeah,
Sure.
I agree.
I don't know. What do you think?
Sparkly.
Start with starboard, see what we do thing with the... That doesn't even throw much light even to the front of the vehicle. But you can see a little bit in Atalanta's aft camera.
Yeah.
You can see Herc side lights.
See, what I'm really scared of is that we're going to turn on the lights and just see the tail of something majestic. Like, oh, that was a whale.
Okay, let's go mids.
Oh.
Something swims away.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see gauges again. Here we go.
Hey, gauges.
Well, thanks. That was a fun experiment.
Yeah.
And apparently a tickleberry is the name of the family in the Yukon. They had a whole bunch of different berries growing in their farm, and they put them all together to make what they called tickleberry jam. And then when they opened their ice cream shop in the Okanagan, it just stuck.
So do you think that the name came from the tickle trunk?
Like a mixture of things all together?
Yeah.
Probably.
You know the tickle trunk from
Oh,
Mr.
absolutely.
Mr. Dressup?
Absolutely.
I wonder if that's where what they were inspired by.
Perhaps. There's also a really great question here. Would an infrared camera heat detector work on marine life? It really depends on what kind of marine life you're looking for. If you were looking for mammalian life, it has body heat, and so you would see it. And other animals, many of them are actually, this is one of my favorite science words because it sounds so outrageous, is poikilothermic, which is the same temperature as the water around them. So poikilothermic being the same temperature, so in which case a heat detector wouldn't work because it'd be like, well, man, it's cold. And that cold over there, it blinked.
Cool.
Yeah, I kind of like that term. It's also slightly different than cold-blooded. It's like where cold-blooded will draw heat from the environment and warm up. The poikilothermic is intended to be the same temperature as the environment. In fact, there's a fish called the opa, and there's considerations that it's, I think it was the first warm-blooded fish, or designated warm-blooded. Hold on, let me check this.
Monica, if I ever do trivia night, I want you on my team.
Thank you. They don't like it when I check, though, on the internet. They do find that to be cheating.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah, and how's your like 80s pop trivia?
Or like sports.
I could nail some 80s pop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we could be a dream team.
And yeah, we need like some sitcoms. We need a sitcom specialist.
Yep. Well,
there's some aspects of trivia that I really struggle with.
I'm terrible at sports trivia.
Yeah. Oh, sports ball. What even is that?
Exactly. Yeah, that's pretty much
sports
how it is
ball.
for me. Yeah.
well, here you go for the opa. The opa is the only known fully warm-blooded fish that circulates heated blood. I can't speak, but I have smarts. The opa is the only known fully warm-blooded fish that circulates heated blood throughout its body, and that was actually a fairly recent discovery. Like this article's from 2023, and I think 2020. That's about when they sort of deemed that this is true.
Interesting.
And is it an extant fish or is it a extinct fish?
No, it's alive. It's actually beautiful. And it was on Iron Chef America a few years ago. Yeah, it's not unlike a mola. They're not related, but it's
okay.
It's similar, kind of big round shape, but it's really beautiful. It's blue, and then it's got fins on the back that are kind of orangey red, but its body is almost perfectly round. So it's kind of cartoon-like, or mola-like, but they're very pretty.
So are most fish, what do you call it, poikilothermic? Or are they,
no.
What is it?
It was poikilothermic.
Poikilothermic? Are most fish that, or are they cold-blooded?
I believe most are just cold-blooded, and it's the deep-sea ones.
Okay.
See, again, I've like picked up these random words out of science, and I'm like, I
How
like
do
that
you
word.
spell this new word?
I have no idea. Phonetically, probably wrong. Poi. Okay, I'm gonna try. Poikilothermic. Poikilotherm. Poikilotherm is an animal whose slow down. A poikilotherm is an animal whose internal temperature varies considerably, and it's to survive and adapt in the environment. So it's the same temperature as the environment around them. And it is spelled Poikilotherm. K-I-L-O-T-H-E-R-M. And I'm
Okay.
probably oversimplifying it a little bit.
Interesting.
Yeah, having a body
Okay.
temperature that varies with the temperature of the surroundings.
There's a picture of a frog
Yeah,
on the Wikipedia thing.
yep. And a lizard.
Cool.
But I do know it applies to the sablefish as well that we look at.
Hmm.
So those ones as well.
What's the distance from Atalanta to the beacon? Okay.
30-ish.
Someone's wondering about meals aboard the Nautilus. How does that work? Is there a canteen? Far better than a canteen. We actually have a kitchen that makes us amazing meals. And we have some folks who come in and relieve us during meal times. So, for example, we have dinner from, I believe it's 5 to 6. And so right now I'm on shift, and my colleague is hopefully having dinner. And then will come relieve me and chat with you folks. And then I will return after having eaten dinner. If there is no relief available, then we have some takeout containers that we brought with us that we can fill up and get to when we get to.
I'm 21 meters
There
off
is
the bottom.
no rest for the wicked, Monica.
Well, again, I'm trying not to. I'm trying to downplay the wicked.
Oh, did I out you? Sorry.
No, it's okay. Anybody who's met me knows the truth.
Maybe double check my numbers here. But so we're 20 meters off the bottom. I was thinking of trying to stop the hook 20 meters off the bottom. So, okay. 20, yeah, that's right. So 23. So I was thinking, yeah, because I'm at 23:43, and then we're gonna have to stop the beacon above that, right? So I took off 12. Yeah, so 23:31. To stop the beacon, and then that should give us the hook basically the same altitude I'm at. And I range down on Atalanta to 10-meter rings, so hopefully if we're 30-some meters away, we'll see it in Atalanta. That's sweet. Stay.
Got someone wondering in the chat about the favorite parts of BC. So I'm going to ask actually some of our transplants, because I'm biased, so all of it. And I know that you're avoiding eye contact, but you can feel me looking at you. You can just feel me burning into your head.
Why is my head getting really warm?
Yeah, exactly.
It's those lasers coming from your eyes.
Yes, Megan, what do you like about BC so far?
I like that the winters are very mild. Well, that's on Vancouver Island, not everywhere in BC.
That is true, yes.
BC is humongous.
Disclaimer. Someone's in Prince George feeling very poorly represented.
Yeah, so I moved back to Canada from the southern U.S., so I wasn't sure I could handle a full winter.
Yep, and here you are.
And here I am.
Megan, you lived in the States, hey?
For a long time, yeah.
No way, where'd you live?
Mostly in Houston.
Mostly in Houston.
Yeah.
Oh, you were oil and gas?
Yeah.
Gotcha, cool.
Gabby, how about you? You happen to be a transplant. You don't have to say where from.
I am a transplant, and I came from the eastern U.S.
I see. What do you like about BC?
I can't say I like the winters.
Okay, fair.
Definitely do not like anything about the winters, which is interesting.
Yeah,
that's what you said.
Well,
where'd you?
Sure.
I have profoundly good timing asking these questions at the moment
just lower them down more slowly after
of
that.
work.
I like that being in the out of doors is like deeply a part of everyone's life. You just like live as part of the environment. We're like very connected to the natural world around you. And so like that's part of living in BC that I like. And there's all sorts of amazing spots to explore on the island.
That is true.
Like jillions of them. You could just go forever.
Yep.
The West Coast is amazing. There's no people anywhere. Like, just like, there's lots of bears. There's lots of cougars. There's lots of wildlife. The island is pretty special that way. But I haven't seen much of BC yet.
I'm the same, Gabby.
Yeah.
I haven't seen enough. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen like a little bit of the interior.
Could be just flagging.
Usuyus, like the wine country is beautiful and dry. You know, reminds me of like California or Greece or something.
And it has all that wine, which is great.
Getting into the Kootenays is incredible. Oh yeah, I really like the Kootenays. They're amazing. Just like very spectacular. Yeah, I don't know, BC is pretty amazing, but the winters are a whole thing.
They're fantastic.
Where on the East Coast were you coming from?
I've lived in a bunch of places, but I was born and raised in upstate New York. In Rochester, across the lake from Toronto.
That's a lot of snow.
We got a lot of snow, for sure. And so I'm, you know.
See, that's what I was afraid of moving back to Canada.
Oh, are you from the, where are you from in Canada?
From the East Coast.
Okay.
Yeah. What's this hit that we're getting on this side? We're going to range up.
Yeah, I like the snow. It's the rain. It's the living in a rain cloud that's hard.
I'm real East Coast, not the people who say Toronto's the East Coast.
What is that, like New Brunswick?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is real East Coast. Because it's like, matches up with Maine, and Mainers are the real deal.
Yeah.
Ask her about Magnetic Hill. She loves it.
About what?
Magnetic Hill.
Magnetic Hill, Moncton's claim to fame.
Right here.
Why is it magnetic?
Well, it's this hill, and you
Keep
drive
over and over.
down it,
Like
and then
15,
you roll,
30,
you put your car in
45,
neutral,
like
and you
50
roll
meters
up
away?
it.
You roll what?
Is there a top
You
of
roll
some
up the hill with your car in neutral.
feature?
Oh, stop.
It's very prominent.
It's magnetic.
I don't even know what to make of that.
That sounds fake.
Is that whatever this thing is?
And it's been around
What is that
forever.
thing?
Huh. Hi.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it seems more over here, right?
Magnetic Hill. Do you know it?
Magnetic Hill in Moncton.
Okay. Trevor doesn't know it, but he's from the island.
Yeah, it's a trip from the island.
It's definitely something. That's 50 meters away, roughly. So weird. I don't think it could be off, but yeah. Yeah. Trying to sort out what this sonar target is in Atalanta right there.
Neat. I think it's been there the whole time. I didn't really think about it, but I don't know what it is.
It's definitely there.
It's definitely there.
It's definitely something.
Could just be a rock or something.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Is it a feature poking up? We're only 20 meters off the bottom, so it could be just a rock, like the top of something.
Yeah, I mean, there's more stuff down at 3 o'clock, 3:30.
Oh, maybe. Could be. Oh, I see something up ahead now, maybe. What depth are we at again with the beacon? The beacon's gone for a holiday. Man, we moved it like, what, 10 meters? How far did you move the ship on the last one? 12 meters, and it went like 25 or something.
Neat.
No, let's just wait. We'll wait till we stop it. So we're gonna stop at 2300.
Yeah, roger.
We saw the beacon at 2300. That should put the hook at 2312.
Roger. Yeah,
and then we'll
20 meters
slowly lower down from there to get to where we match the hook to our altitude.
Yeah, cool.
And then we can see where it settles in from there.
Yeah, sounds good.
Good. I'm going to come back. I'm going to range back down. So Atalanta at 10 meter divisions.
Roger.
Should be 30 meters in front of Atalanta.
Hey, Lynette, I got a question for you. Obviously, the Sonardyne beacon depth is different than the Herc measured depth for Hercs. Is the offset, do you think the offset is pretty consistent for two beacons? Or is it always an error of 1% of water depth, or whatever percent of water depth?
Good question. I feel like it's affected more by slant range too, but
Makes
it's
sense.
not like we're crazy far away from the boat.
So if you had two beacons held next to each other at depth, would they read pretty close to the same, even if it's not accurate?
Great question.
Is that right? Because you're saying it's 2359 here and 2243 here?
Yeah,
Right.
I
So
would
like, okay,
think
here's a
that
question.
They would, but
What is Atalanta and Herc's difference? Does that match our delta depth?
5 meters.
7.5?
The difference is, let's call it 2360. So the difference is 17 meters on Herc.
Go ahead, Winch.
And
Herc to Atalanta?
Oh, I see. The beacons. And your depth
Roger
is
that. Stand by.
2335. Yeah, it's about the same offset.
Cool, well, that's good. So if we lined up the depth of the beacon plus minus 12 meters to Herc's beacon, and probably at the same height as the hook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, do we want to do another 25 meters down, just slow? Or do we want to wait a minute and see where that ends up?
Yeah, we could come down. Let's come down a little bit more.
Okay, do you want 25 meters? That'll get it right around your depth.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Winch, nav.
Go ahead.
Can you pay out another 5 meters?
Copy. Putting out at 5 meters at about 30 meters per minute.
Roger.
Sure, we can stop there.
Copy. All stops on the winch.
But if Trevor's theory holds true, then we could still be another 20 meters, 25 meters up.
To the beacon or to the hook?
That would put the beacon equal to. So we want to be 12 meters difference from that. So 20.
Yeah.
If we go by that, then you want to be 23.48, right? It's 12 meters difference.
Roger. Yeah. How high are we up? We're up 20 meters
We're up
above
20.
bottom.
Yep.
We could bring the hook to Herc's depth.
Yeah.
That's not
so
going to catch anything or anything.
Yeah, that would be another. What did I just say? I got all these numbers in my head. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it'd be 2359 minus 12 or 2360 minus 12.
Or we could go to Atalanta's depth first to see it in sonar, which is another 7 meters.
Let's go for 10 meters.
Okay, great.
This beacon's like keeps going the wrong direction.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, that could be it right there.
Yeah.
So 40 meters away. Why don't you try going like half the distance and see what happens? I don't want to like overshoot too much. I'd rather be like, I don't want to get the in between us and the package. I'd rather have it on the far side.
Yeah, because you can grab it and pull it back.
That's right. I want to kind of come up and let it droop in front and then back up.
And like you said, 40 meters checks out with the nav targets and the sonar, so that's nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Bridge nav. Can we have 5 meters 140, please? Thank you.
I could step back. Want me to step back like 5 meters and just kind of start slowly. I don't want to swing it too much. But
yeah, that makes sense.
Let's go for 5 meters. Go backwards. Oh.
Spicy.
That would have been a little hot. Okay, stepping out, 5. You want to talk through how you want to do this?
Totally. So, find the hook, bouncing up and down. It makes sense to me to try to grab it with the manip and grab it on the up.
And you want to grab with craft?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm open to other ideas there, but I think that's easier than flying it in.
Why do you want to grab it on the up?
Because if I grab it on the down, then it will heave up and yank the arm. Whereas if I grab it on the up, it'll heave down and just give me slack. As long as I don't let that wrap around the arm and then pull up, then that should be okay. It's a kind of stiff wire line.
Okay.
So we'd grab that and then back up, and that would allow it to kind of go belly down like that.
Okay.
So one other option could consider is get the Orion up front, and then grab do the same thing on the up, try and grab the wire.
Could grab the wire, yep.
And then that way you kind of got a hold of it, and then you can reach out and grab the hook.
Yep.
Another option.
Yep.
Means I have to fly, basically I have to fly the jaw into the wire.
Yep, that's also an option. I could also grab the wire with the craft. Then once we get the slack kind of paying out away from us,
Yeah.
then I could just transfer.
Sure. Yeah.
Either one. We get the Orion out regardless.
Yeah.
And either you fly it in or not.
Okay.
I'm going to do that now.
Sure.
Okay, our ship move is done. Beacon hasn't started moving yet, but
Sure.
give it a few.
Yep. Which one is it again? It's this one, right?
So
that's the Maris.
Yep, that's the actual device,
okay.
and this is just our landing target. Like
And
for
those wires are going to be so close to each other.
Yeah.